Oh, right, by their all behaviors that they all kind of seem to have that trait in common.
Because she
Salute.
said I call CPS on her. I don't even know shit about her kids. But what she did do, and I've got the video of her coming on a live telling her kid to tell that I called CPS and she had to undergo a grape kit. And the kid said, I ain't saying that. That didn't happen.
Yep, you're the one that came in the box. Yes, girl. Yep.
They're saying muggles. Don't make me tell what I know, girl. Please, like
I was coming up to say was Muggles was in that live earlier. That's what I was coming up to say
Girl,
whenever they
don't
were
fuck
saying
with
that.
me.
I
Don't
I
fuck with
told
me.
them she was sitting with them earlier, but don't
Don't
make
fuck
me
with
say
me.
what I know, girl.
Hold on, I just have one quick question. Whoever is actually sending me these messages, how many people are watching over there? How many people are watching Shannon's live right now, or whoever's hosting?
Because I
Looks
damn
like,
well know,
I don't
listen, if
know.
I do some
I see
fucked up shit,
14,
I'm
but
going to stand 10
14
toes
people.
fucking deep.
So Megan and Sassy
But
went
they're-
on
Yes,
for
Kendra
I don't
just
know.
said it. Look at Kendra's comment. Look at Kendra's comment.
I don't see Kendra.
28 in there.
Look at
14
Kendra's
something.
comment.
28 people. So, you thought you guys were gonna hold these like awareness lives and bring in screenshots and drag people tonight, according to Megan, the recordings that I got for 26 people. That is even more embarrassing than the last shit I've said is fucking embarrassing. Now, isn't that wild when we all start posting your guys' screen names and your troll names to the 466 people over here?
That's what happened, Holly Mae.
Kendra.
Who said that? Holly Mae, that's what happened to me when I started calling them on their fuck shit. They all went private and tried to say, started making up lies that I contacted this person, I did that.
Girl, I cannot wait till you fucking put this damn video up.
They got diarrhea of the mouth.
Yeah, you promised night and tell that girl that we was going to make fun of her and pick on her, and that's not. We've never done anything like
Oh,
that.
you just wait till you hear these fucking recordings when it was set up that I made Pinky try to unalive herself and her husband is fucking talking to her saying, when the time is right, I'll bring it all up.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
K Dot that just joined. She is a friend of the person that Muggles tried to dox her and her baby's DV shelter, and then dox them as well.
Oh, yeah, because that
knowing
bitch
what
tried
happened
to
with
say that
them.
I did that shit. Fuck you, Muggles.
Muggles also has caused a lot of fucking bullshit on this app. You can ask Dog Mom Sarah, Bad Dog Mom Sarah. There's plenty of people she's wronged on this motherfucking app. So I know Muggles ain't goddamn talking about any motherfucking body calling any motherfucking thing, bitch.
Also,
Hold on, because I'm
K-Dot.
fixing to pull my second. I'm getting my other phone up. I plugged it on the charger, and I'm gonna pop it up and wait till you hear these fucking recordings.
Hold on,
yes,
I'll let
y'all,
whoever
I'm telling
have
you.
a box. I'm gonna hop out for a few while I get ready for bed.
All right, I'm telling
Because
you.
I don't care to drop.
Y'all gotta
fuck
listen
that.
to these recordings. I promise you. Also, K Dot girl, you famous on here, girl. You got a lover. You got a lover on here, bro. When I tell you they came in here fucking trolling you one night, I was like, I don't even know who K Dot is. What the fuck? They just kept coming in here. Kendra kept on calling them out and sitting.
Buckle up,
I was cackling.
Ratina, and everybody buckle up because they will stalk your ass for a whole year.
Tap
They
the
tried to
screen.
jump
They're
in.
coming to report again.
Yep, because they don't want
report.
these recordings out there.
That's what
That's right.
We're
That's what
gonna
she
get them out
said.
there.
You said
Yes,
you was
girl.
getting off the app
Yes, K
because
Dot.
you was going legal, and now I see you sitting over there with Shannon and them. Like, yeah, nah, that shit ain't okay.
Wait,
It's
let her
not.
play these real quick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tap the screen while they're doing that. I'll put on some music. You know what I'm saying? Educational purposes only. Please tell me, Dora, to shut the fuck up when you got that, okay?
No, I'm getting it pulled up right now, baby. I'm going through my screen recordings.
Monster. I just wanted to ask you, how did you know turquoise is my favorite color?
She's so.
You like hit the color on the spot.
That's mine too. Turquoise and teal. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah.
Mine is pink. I'm boring, but Monster is so beautiful.
I like the color black. That's my favorite color.
And I love the little note. It was so sweet.
I need to order a fertility one from you for real.
It's funny, Malibu Baloo. I'm totally working on yours right now.
And I feel so bad that it broke. Like, and listen, I'm the closest to you probably that you sent. That's crazy. And you had the Fragile on there and everything.
No, but I seen Monster. I seen Firecracker open up one of your packages, and it was so beautiful, and it was so carefully wrapped. It was so beautiful. You got me about to put a spell on somebody over here. Okay.
That's broken. For that to be broken, that dude had to drop kick that shit. Because I'm telling you.
I know, Race Red. I'm not trying to be difficult. And it was like, I was telling the girls, I was like, I am so surprised that it was cracked because she had it like wrapped, like extra wrapped. And then my dumb butt opened it on my bed. So I had like little glass particles all over my bed.
Glad you're saying it on the live.
Tap the screen, y'all.
So everybody knows what kind of business owner. What kind of business owner she is.
What, Hensley?
I said I'm glad she's saying it on a live, so everybody will know what kind of business owner Monster is. That she stands behind her candles 100%.
Yeah, she reached out to me, and I'm totally remaking it. I said, "Oh my god, I could not believe that. This is the only time that's happened so far."
And I believe that because everybody else has gotten theirs and nobody's been broken. And I live the closest to her. Freaking UPS.
What you call it? Everybody that was asking me about the video that I posted for the candles, Monster, the one in the box, is the one that makes them. You just got to reach out to her, follow her, and send her a DM. 2, this is very telling. They want to. Here's my thing. If we're bullshitters and we're liars and we talk shit and we're
private
things, right? Then why are you guys reporting us? If what Dora is about to show is false fiction, why are you reporting her? Why not let her make an ass of herself, right? Why are
right? Because they know it's
because
directly.
The truth always runs better than. The lie always runs better than the truth. That's the simple answer to it. The lie always brings more numbers, more drama than the truth.
And that's fine. That's fine.
Not really.
But at the end of the day, if you report this live and it goes gone or whatever, then what are you going to do? Crash out and have nothing to speak about, just repeating the same shit? Really?
Yeah, you know what? The beauty of it is your ass can't deny it because your face is on that screen, boo.
And not only that, but okay, say that the live gets taken down. Dora, will you please send me that on IG? It's the same name as this. Baby, I will post that bitch on every account I have.
Oh, I'll send it to you. I've got 900 screenshots. Hold on. I'm going through them all so I can play the video. Right here's one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Everybody listen.
I was going to say I have video too.
Everybody mute.
This is Muggles. She pauses and gets a text, and here's where he says it.
I'm gonna run downstairs. Will you feed these guys? And at the moment's right, I'm gonna bring that baby.
When the moment's right, I'm going to bring it up, babe. And he goes on to say that she almost unalived herself. And then right after that, he pauses and Charity pauses because Pinky's texting her. And he says, when the moment's right, I'm going to go downstairs and I'll bring it up, babe.
Can you play that again for us, please?
Sure can. Hold on. And I'll even send you the hard copies of them.
Thank you.
She's paused.
I'm gonna run downstairs. Will you feed these guys? And at the moment's right, I'm gonna bring that baby.
That's Pinky's man.
The ghost is very loud. What did he say? When I come back up, I'm going to bring it up or something like that?
He said, I'm going to go downstairs. Will you keep these guys talking about the dogs? And he said, when the moment's right, I'm going to bring it all up. I've got the full, there's like 5 minutes of this shit. I've got it all. Hold on. I'm going to go back through my recordings and save it all so I can send you every bit of it.
Yeah, because I remember you played it all that live. and Pharaoh sat in the box for a second and let you or listen to you play it because she was muted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I kicked her ass out of the box.
Yeah, because she kept coming in. She tried to jump in everybody's box trying to start some shit. And I'm like, no, hold up, boo. That's not how any of this went. And Charity's name Muggles' name used to be Ringleader Charity. It's right on the screen. She was a little jellyfish. I'm going to send you all of it. I even have the video of her coaching her child to try to say that I made her undergo a grape kit. And it wasn't true.
How did you make her? I'm not even going to ask. People are fucking wild on this app. But again, this is and mind you, I have screenshots of Shannon admitting to faking an attempt and said to get out of the drama that she was in at that moment, that she was just going to say she was back in the hospital for an attempt. But has the audacity to fucking mock and taunt two people who have actually had attempts to fucking finish the job.
That's what Pinky did. Pinky tried to say when she got caught up and I called her on her bullshit, she tried to say that we caused her to try to unalive herself, but yet he was talking to her when Charity paused because Charity told him, said, go ahead with the story. Go ahead. And he starts telling the story.
It's crazy. You know how many people are in this live alone who has lost somebody to that, who has tried it, who has
fuck shit, man. Don't pull that bullshit.
Who was it that got called out by being found out through her reflection in the window?
Yeah, Holly Mae, can I send them all to you so you can listen to them right now?
Yeah.
On IG, hold on.
Yep.
Southern Sassy was the reflection one. But they're way too comfortable with those fake stories.
Okay, guess what? Tomorrow, if you don't get up, when I gotta be ready.
Shot me out there to ruin the silent moment for you.
This is the thing. If you're not up, you'll have to stay with your papa till I get back.
No, I'm gonna tell him to drop me off and I'll give him a $2 tip.
I'll tell him to drop me off and I'll give him a $2 tip. That's cute.
Cute.
I don't think she meant to be in the girl. You can't. There's no strikes here. Everybody gets a box. Damn it.
Talk about wheeling and dealing, though.
Right.
Kids learning young.
Girl, I love Yvonne. But yeah, that shit is crazy. That's crazy. Like that is fucking crazy.
It's wild. And just seeing people jump from like box to box doing the same shit when they're like, oh, I'm gonna get off the app.
Not only that, Cartel, but what Hollow said. You just got hit, Cartel.
Yeah.
But what Hollow said, it's like it's fucking I can't even think of the word. It's fucking wild. That's
It
the
won't
best
let
word I
me
can
send
come up
them
with.
to you on IG. I just tried and I don't
Asinine.
know for it.
That's the word. It's asinine.
How many people are so comfortable with those type of fucking bullshit lies?
Despicable.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a lot of words.
You gotta clip them because they only let you do an hour or a minute at a time, girl. Dora, not
Yeah, because
I know
it
why I
won't
got
let me.
hit.
I don't think
know
we're
why I
friends,
got
so
hit.
it won't let me send it. But
Oh,
I
just
will
add me
send-
on IG.
that's what I did. I just sent you a friends request on there. But I'm about to play Muggles.
Okay.
Y'all finna hear this shit.
Everybody go on mute, please.
This is when she was coaching her teenager to say some shit happened when nothing, in fact, happened. Hold on.
Tina, you could try to email them. If you got the person's email, they'll go through like that. Like at least a 10-minute long video will go through email.
I don't know. See if they come through to you, Holly Mae. I just sent them. And let me pull up.
Snap won't go over, I think, a minute and 30 seconds. So anything longer than like 7-8 minutes, gotta go through email or either clip it up and sent it on IG. Wow, really?
Wait, K Dot, what'd you say, love?
So,
She said she was streaming us, and she got spammed.
Oh, girl, you're good. You're good for listen. I don't care who streams. Like I say, some people are more comfortable in their place. You know what I'm saying? That I don't care about being streamed.
If you're live, you just should expect it, you know.
Hey, listen, I encourage people to fucking screen record. Why? Because then you don't got to go looking for the evidence or the proof. You got it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, people get pissy over the smallest things that they should already be aware that's going to happen. I mean, if you're going to F around and say something, if you're going to F around and do something, you know, you're going to be live. Like, everybody's watching you already. Like, might as well add to it.
Bubbles just entered.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play the video. You ready? I sent them to you as well.
Okay.
Just listen. Can you go on my live and be like, yes, it did happen? Like, you had to go talk to the special investigator. I didn't talk to her. Okay, that's not what
She said, go on live and tell them that you had to talk to an investigator, and the daughter goes, I didn't talk to her. Listen.
Listen, can you go on my live and be like, yes, it did happen? Like, you had to go talk to the special investigator. I didn't talk to her.
I heard that. I heard that.
Wait. It gets better. Muggles, when she says, I
did not mute you.
Sorry, my mama was calling.
Listen, let me
Muggles.
just say this really quick. If you guys are seeing these people come in, start inviting them. Invite them to the fucking box.
Jump down if there's a box needed.
And just wait, because you hear Muggles tell the daughter, that's not what I need you to say, though. Listen carefully.
Just listen. Can you go on my live and be like, yes, it did happen? Like, you had to go talk to the special investigator. I didn't talk to her. Okay, that's not what I need to say. So, girl, has school. Are you feeling better today?
You hear her? That's not what I need you to say, though.
Oh, she was really coaching that kid.
You can hear the hesitation because she says, like for a while in there. Like, she knows that's wrong. She knows what's going on isn't right.
I didn't even want to lie.
Nope.
Yep.
Honestly, no kid really wants to lie. They have to be coached. They have to be coached into it. A child.
I heard it loud and clear too. That shit is crazy. Girl, when she played the first video of the fake unalive and stuff and all that, girl, my jaw dropped because
it goes on worse. He goes into description, and then they thought they were muted while Muggles was texting Pinky, and that's when he says, when the time's right, I'll bring it up. What?
Yeah, stop lurking. Y'all don't gotta come in here. The box is open for you.
Right, like, don't be fucking playing with these people, trying to make people believe that we did some crazy shit when that didn't even happen.
Has Muggles ever learned about herself on Reddit? Yeah, that shit is wild.
The shit that they make up
live.
You said what?
From November 9th. And she's trying to explain to you how her reasoning is, how Dora and them got her personal information. And you said, you mean they just Googled Pinky Pink?
I be saying some dumb shit, okay?
Girl, what personal
She's like,
information?
no, I'm guessing my mug shots, she said.
Girl, she added us all on fucking Facebook.
You know, Shannon, Sassy, Shannon, Megan, whoever's streaming us, hosting that live right now, you should really consider who the hell you got Like you just should. If you're trying to paint a picture like we are some shitty ass people, bogus, vile, disgusting, all the things, you should really make sure that you don't sit with people who do shit like this.
No, she like Pinky Pink tried to even say Pinky had my phone number, bro. Like she put her shit out there. Her mugshot was because she was Googled after the fact that she did a DUI and hit and run. And I said, Pinky, get out of the box, drunk as shit, trying to say that I attacked her mama. I don't even fucking know her mama. I don't know anything about her. Only people I know is Pinky, Muggles, and Pinky's man. That's it.
Wild as fuck. That's wild. That is fucking wild.
The accusations, I was like, show the proof on it. Stand on it. Like, we went through a whole ass thing and they still stalk my shit. Still to this day.
AI summary. Muggles is a bad driver and Pinky's man has a creepy whisper.
Our new troll AI summary. I love it.
Yeah, I'm talking. I feel like I'm just as speechless as I was that day. I'm so glad that you came in alive though, because I'm not gonna lie. I was looking. I could not figure out for the life of me who the fuck came in here and played it.
They put your name in the comments, and I said,
I have a question
Dora
real
got
quick.
it.
They're still sending to you, but I'm gonna download.
Is this the account?
Yes.
Ooh, bitch. Okay.
I came up here because I had it. I was going to show you all.
Her old account, though, she had another account called Ringleader Charity.
I think you gotta send me a message first, Dora, before it'll send. Let me write you real quick.
You have to accept
Just say
it. Yeah.
hi, like just say hi, so she can accept the message, and then you can send the rest.
Yeah, it says sending, and I'm sending you all of them.
Okay.
So that you have them. And
Can we get Greenheart Feisty in here? Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't.
Where it's the black and green, and then it says Feisty, and then black and green, or green and black, or something.
Yep.
Holly Mae.
What's up?
I just finding I recorded 4.5 hours of you that night. I just found her in the box.
Shit, don't I?
No, Lexa's not couch
listen,
time
I just was
Feisty.
scrolling. I didn't think I had
Feisty.
another part.
She's on live.
Not couch time Feisty. This Feisty.
I don't always.
I shared it to her.
Holly, I swear.
Oh my God, who's gifting me? Thank you.
I was just gonna say, Monster over there doing her thing and ain't even realizing.
Yeah, I have that Feisty. I shared it.
I've been summoned. Yes.
Did you get them, Holly?
Summons? Yeah. This screenshot that I have, the person above you, are you friends with them?
I invited her. It's just too hard to have a conversation with the comments.
Hold on, give me a minute.
She had an account called Karma. She had one called Ringleader Charity. Now she's Muggles.
Hold on, I'll come right back up.
And Pinky Pink is somebody else now. She went with the Feral Misfits or something.
Yep. Family of Feral or something.
Well, this screenshot is from July.
One of tonight. Well, I don't know about them being in the same box, but I was going to say I have one of that Muggles tonight.
These fucking AI summaries be killing me. Yeah, she whispered.
I just gave you the option or whatever to, I'm assuming, download the lives or whatever. But yeah, I mean, the more the merrier. Shit. Everybody record the lives. You know what I'm saying? Because people be fucking lying. And if one of us ain't around, you'll have the proof. Or if you see something that you don't like or that you want to prove, you'll have it.
Yeah, and baby boy that's gifting you right there, he had text messages where Charity and Pinky said that they wanted to take us down
Oh,
in a group chat. I had posted all that stuff. I'm gonna go back. I'll send you everything.
I'm just like, how do people assume that they're going to take other people down off of social media because they have vile behavior? Like, there's a reason I haven't fucking disappeared off this app in 2 years, okay?
Right, it's weird
I've
as
had
fuck.
my fucking cooter cat ran across this and fucking read it with sandpaper, okay? And I'm still here.
Reddit will humble the shit out of people.
Mm-hmm, sure will. You learn all about yourself over there.
That's why I would never
said
look
what,
myself
Monster?
up on Reddit ever.
How do I get a picture of the actual cooter cat? That's all I want to know.
Oh, Monster.
She just said, up, hold. Oh, hell. Right. Oh, and it's a black cat.
You were coming with a cat. I knew it. I knew it.
Listen, I didn't have to look myself up. People will send me screenshots and they'll be like, you were spoke on. So then I'll go to said subreddit. And when I tell you, if you read what people say, it ain't all false. Like, they might be coming at you angry.
Right.
But if you read through what they're saying, majority of them be telling you the truth about yourself that you don't realize that you're projecting or giving off.
They sent to you, but I have them pulled up if you want me to play them, Holly.
Go ahead, you can play them. Feisty, Bertina had a question.
What's up?
Just wanted to know if you were friends with Muggles.
I'm friends with her on here. I've never talked to her off the app. I don't really. I know that I think.
Girl, you gotta hear this fucking recording. Okay, my bad. But oh god, girl, you gotta hear it. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't typically get into the drama stuff, especially like lately. So,
Well, I just seen you sitting with her in July, so I was just curious if you are still hanging out with her.
well, that was when we were covering Allie, and we were all in Jordan's box, and she was friends with someone in Jordan's box, and so I had friended her. I can't remember who it was, but
That live too.
Hey,
yeah,
can
it was.
I tell you something? I'm very, very much mad at that Allie chick because, girl, I tried to ask her ass how she did the pre-seed. She never, ever, ever responded to me.
She did it on live, bitch. All you had to do was call me. I could have told you in 2 seconds.
Oh. Well. Damn, I should have fucking asked you.
Yeah, she fucking showed us all.
Yeah, I went out and bought pre-seed. Yes, I did.
I am way too damn busy on this app. I'm telling you right now. I was in that live.
Well, I
That is so
cut
funny.
out my besties part of that live. I know why it was sent to me, but that's irrelevant.
Right. Right. No. That makes sense because then you know why I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a small world after all.
Look
We
at
all
us,
do
Regina.
like we all do get intertwined at some point on this app.
I'm nosy, bitch. I'm nosy. That's the
So am I.
problem.
I was gonna say that's how I met Monster was when
Yeah.
I went after Allie.
Yes.
We is all nosy. That's how we be intertwining, okay? We all nosy.
Well, I'm glad that the ones that stuck over here ain't on no weird ass shit like that.
Yeah, no.
There's a reason that the people that are together now are together now. I believe that.
Yep.
Just mind my own business and watch lives. Like I'm everywhere. You'll see me everywhere, but I just do my own thing.
Girl, I
You
be
see
saying
me being
everybody's
mean
my
somewhere?
business.
Just know they did it first. That's all.
For real.
I'm not gonna lie. when I get on TikTok, I be minding everybody's business. I might be doing it from the window, but I be minding it. I be listening, watching, and I'm glad I do though. Honestly, like I don't say anything in people's eyes, but I'm glad that I do because I hear shit, and then when it ends up coming here, because eventually it does, when it ends up coming here, I don't even have to question stories and shit like that because I either heard it or saw it myself.
Yo, it is fucking wild at this shit.
Girl, these screen
The name of the gas station, Holly, is a telco.
And just wait till you hear Pinky's husband call me a He-Man because of me being LGBT.
Wow.
Even
That's
better.
crazy.
Hold on.
That's crazy.
Is that all you needed, Retina? Because it's cold as fuck outside. I can stay in the comments or whatever if you need, but
Yeah, I was just curious.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to play all of them. I'm sorry. They're like 57 seconds, 31 seconds. Hold on.
Hey, Fanny Pack.
Yeah, I mean, we were sent a lot
There's
of
Muggles.
Basically by some He-Man women haters. Is that okay?
Is that okay? He asked her.
already have a. Oh my goodness. Who has Gizzy?
I'm not allowed to say at the moment.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I'm in the process of going to get her because I don't live too far away and take care of the fur babies.
Oh my goodness.
Probably drop.
No, this is the first time Muggles is hearing that her friend tried to unalive herself, and this is her response, okay? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, it started over.
I mean, we were sent a lot of video.
Basically by some He-Man women haters.
It paused on me. I apologize.
Is that okay?
Already have a. Oh my goodness. Who has Gizzy?
I'm not allowed to say at the moment.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I'm in the process of going to get her because I don't live too far away and take care of the fur babies.
Oh my goodness.
Probably drop them off with family because I work and I can't leave them here alone, especially that little pup.
Yeah, Gizzy's used to somebody being there 24/7. Little princess. Oh my goodness. I said this is what was going to happen. I said eventually somebody was going to get fucking hurt because they wanted to fucking run around in goddamn circles and spread lies about people.
And when I have more information, I'll definitely give it.
Yeah, I mean, we were sent a lot of video.
Basically.
Okay, here goes the second one.
Be sensitive. It's kind of messed up, but if you're
I have
ready.
a question. Is this supposed to be like a quote unquote phone call that got leaked?
No, this was on live.
Oh, okay.
She was finding out on live that her best friend tried to unalive herself, and her response is, I knew this was going to happen. Oh my goodness, who's got the dogs?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be a fair warning. Like if I ever was in that situation, I'm dramatic as fuck. Motherfucking Birdie, who I didn't even know, girl, I fucking cried for a whole weekend.
Yes, this bitch, they had it planned. Wait till you hear him. He asked her, he says, whenever you're ready, I'll go ahead and say it.
Okay, keep going.
Be sensitive. It's kind of messed up, but if you're ready, I'll do it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, over the activities the past few days or more, long story short, she tried to unalive herself. She's in the hospital right now, not doing good. The cop seized her phone.
But she was on live that same night.
issues.
I would on a live. Wow.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Can I use a shot?
As of right now, she is not doing well.
Next part's great.
Oh my goodness. Is anybody allowed to see her?
No, she's not even conscious right now. She's sensitive. It's kind of messed up.
Okay, here's the third part.
She's sensitive. It's kind of messed up.
Online, girl, I promise you, if Jeff came on live like that and came on live,
Yeah.
listen, if something were to happen to me, I'm not gonna lie, y'all will find out through other social medias. It wouldn't be through TikTok.
Right, and this is where she pauses and he says, when the time's right, I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, he asked her if what he was saying was okay.
Yeah. Y'all just wouldn't see me no more and be
I'm
wondering.
downstairs. Will you feed these guys? And at the moment, right, I'm going to bring up baby boy.
So that's where the husband's whispering came in.
Yes, he whispers to her because after he says, if you're ready for it, the cop sees the phone, blah, blah, blah. But he asked her before he starts, he says, is that okay? And then they pause and say, oh, well,
Fired.
Here it is.
The last few days, I'm not giving a time limit. Nobody's business. But if people start coming at me just with the info that I have, come on over. The door's open.
Mind you, in the beginning of this
You'll walk out of the
phone
door.
call, he was talking about the dogs were somewhere else, but then he tells her to
They
get
like to make fun of because I said my state has stand your ground laws.
Oh, I understand what
Mind you, they're talking about an unaliving, and next thing you know, Muggles says, oh, well, they like to make fun because my state has stand your ground laws. What?
This is fucking wild. Yeah, I don't want no part of people like that.
Somebody said that person was on live the same night. Ain't no way.
Yeah, Pinky was supposedly unconscious. You heard him say she was unconscious.
Ain't no way. You
that night drinking
on alive. There ain't no way. That's an automatic 5150 or whatever you call city. It's a 5150. You get no phones, no communication with nobody but the doctors.
Listen, every time my mom was in the E ward, we had to wait a couple days to go and see her.
Period.
Yeah, and at first he pretended to be the neighbor.
Wow.
And he gets on there and he tells people, well, he waits for Muggles' go to say something. And then he says she's unconscious, but at 2 a.m. she was live.
That's crazy as hell. People are fucking wild on here.
Wilding out, I'm telling you.
Tell me you ain't ever been in a mental health crisis before in your life if you pulling some bullshit like that on the internet.
I was going to say, because anywhere it's a 72-hour hold, isn't it?
I don't know what the goal was.
I mean, if you're brought into an emergency room, but when they ask you if you tried to harm yourself and your answer is yes.
Yep.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
Hello, Philly. Did you mean to come in the box?
Yes, I did. Okay. What you're talking about with the 72-hour hold is known as the Baker Act. Once you even speak that you may or put yourself in the act of hurting yourself, you are on a 72-hour hold until you are pretty much evaluated by a doctor.
Yep.
And this is not the first time. Like, listen, I'm in here because my crew, my friends have had issues with Muggles. This isn't the first time there's been awareness lives on Muggles. This is very common ground for her. She jumps from one group to the next. So it's not a shock. It's shocking, but it's not a shock to see that she's continuing the behavior. She likes to do a lot of trauma dumping. But most importantly, because I wanted to make people aware in here, she also likes to do a lot of doxing.
Oh yeah, she claimed that I doxed her. I never held her shit up. I held the fact that she held her own name up on her live stream, and I have screenshots of that from back then. Because I didn't really know her until she come into the group, and she started doing some weird shit. Like, it was so weird. She would also throw out there, "Oh, my car's broke down," this, that, and the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
She does it everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I mean, that's just like Mallory throwing out her whole ass address and then screaming and crying that she's terrified people are going to come to her house, even though she invited the fucking whole internet. It was weird.
She doxed a police officer. She has doxed minors.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she's trash as fuck, and she tried to say I did that to her children. I don't even know her children's names.
I mean, there is a
that.
friend of mine that's in the comments whose husband and child, along with her life, that was doxxed. She actually spoke to Muggles off of this app. Apparently, she's had a very lengthy medical history where she's had every diagnosis there is in the book.
Oh, girl, yeah, she would claim that she had, like, was talking on my live stream one day about my partner having lupus. The next day, Muggles is live with lupus.
Yes.
She had back surgery. She's had this. She's had that. She would always use that and try to say that I attacked a person that has problems. And I'm like, no, I'm just simply calling you on your fuck shit because you be walking around lying.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. But you know what? It seems like a lot of them on that side project. They do the shit and then they run around and act like we over here are doing the shit that they're actually
that's
doing.
the problem.
Yeah, and she's also behind a lot of BS troll accounts on here. She's got accounts on Reddit. She has been behind making Reddit snark pages on people.
Yep.
So
I've been there, done that with Muggles.
Monster, do you need a sausage?
She has too much time on her hands.
I just want to say I'm a victim of her doxing. She doxed my whole family.
I'm gonna drink.
2 minors, my boyfriend's whole family, down to the deceased people in there. Definitely a doxer. And she's gonna claim y'all it wasn't for malicious intent. It's definitely malicious because she sent it to people with malicious intent when they knew that person had malicious intent behind it. So I'm definitely a victim of her doxing. Shout out to Muggles for bringing my boyfriend's deceased grandpa into this. May his soul rest in peace. Shout out to you, Muggles. You the real MVP, bitch.
K-Dot.
Huh?
Girl,
I'm so sorry, K-Dot, because she's trash. Straight up trash. Like, she be doing this to people for a long time. Like, I met her in 2022. And literally, since I called her out, listen, she has followed every one of my pages. She's done some crazy shit. Like how you was talking about that recording, Holly Mae. That's how I got notified about it, because somebody shared me that girl's live where Pinky was in there trying to spew off some shit about me, and I ain't even talked to her.
Y'all, my daughter and my 12-year-old little brother was putting them screenshots of her doxing me.
Girl, listen though. I'm gonna tell you something. You ain't a victim, girl. You survived it. Look at you. You still here. You still here.
I've always got on this internet and said everything behind my past, because ain't ne'er bitch gonna come on this app and say she got one up on me. I'm sorry. You not gonna have one up on me. It's not gonna work like that. So I've always been very open about my past and everything I've done. Y'all, she thought she was eating me the fuck up with my criminal charge. Bitch, you can't. I'm sorry. You can't. Sorry.
I started my platform off with just telling people who I am. When people would like my videos and when I'd go live and they'd be like, "Oh, I love your love," and "Oh, I love your marriage," and blah blah. Girl, I used to be on here telling everything. Nah, bitch, don't love it too much, girl. It ain't fucking perfect.
Right, like I held my whole background check. I paid for a fucking background check on myself through the state and held that bitch up on the live. Like, you ain't about to say nothing about my 2 little traffic tickets, okay?
Yeah, she brought in the deceased family. And Muggles, off. You won't ever speak to me, but I just want to say, Muggles, every address on all of them paperworks down to my boyfriends, none of them were accurate.
Latina,
So
I can't with you. You're
please
done.
try a little harder with your addresses, because none of them are accurate. Hey, Elsky.
Listen, Shannon said she was going to post my mugshot earlier, so I just beat her to it earlier in the live.
Wait a minute, when Bougie.
And you know what? The thing is, I would have never said shit, but girl, you said you was getting off the app. You said you was getting off the app, and now I see you sitting with fucking Shannon.
Oh, Cartel, she comes back under a new name the whole fucking time. She's
But
got
it was
about
the
20.
same. It was the same screen name, and I'm like, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
Well, in the year of 2025, how many times have we heard Shannon was going to leave the app? So I guess she fits
You
in
got
where
a very good point there. No, but I'm talking about to see Muggle sitting up there with her. I was just like, girl, like you said, I'm leaving the app. I'm taking things legal because this, that, and then that. And I'm a retired vet. And, you know, I'm going to do this and but now you sitting up there with the biggest bigot of them all. Like, what? What?
Insana, I asked her if we should make profile pictures out of it.
Do you know
No, I'm not
Muggles
doing
told
that.
people? Muggles told people that she had the military watching me on here.
See
you
what I'm talking about?
She be coming back under new names, new name. Who this? She do this shit all the time, and it never stops. Like somebody was like, messaged me and was like, Muggles isn't alive talking about you. I was like, I ain't seen this motherfucker since 2022. What?
Listen, when Bougie
I'm gonna drop.
when Bougie sent because she had did a background on me, right? And then she sent it to me when IO was saying that he got my my background or whatever from the internet, blah blah blah. She did a third party, so she paid for the background, whatever. When she sent me that shit, I'm like, bro, you know how much shit, like I wasn't even focused on the charges that were posted. I'm like, bro, you know how much shit is fake on here? Like, I ain't never even heard of half these fucking people that they say I'm fucking got some type of correlation with, for one. For two, I don't know half of these addresses.
Right, like they think they doing something with it.
And as far as who's speaking on me, this is what I think is hilarious. Like, if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. Y'all are on a private fucking live with 14 people in there trying to act like we're over here spreading false narratives and lies. This lady literally is playing your own words. Nobody is putting words in your mouth for whoever you are, Muggles. Not at all.
Can I just say, because I'm about to drop, Muggles message from Tina. She said, "Fuck you for life. Y'all have a good night."
That K-Dot?
Muggles, you did your big one. I'm still gonna get in my moo and shake my ass on my page because you didn't stop shit, Muggles. Thank you.
Monster, do you want some Mickey D's?
No.
Monster, let me say though,
I
that
asked if you wanted
black
a
wedding
sausage.
girl, listen.
Listen, the only one that if you're gonna come in here and speak, you know what I'm saying? Monster's gonna.
I'm sorry, I keep getting dropped. I'm doing too much on my phone. Sorry. Oh damn!
Fucking Ratina, man.
Can you warn me next time, please, Ratina, please.
Don't scare. Not let me be good.
No, none of you bitches warned me when you let her up in the box.
Bitch, I didn't even. Bitch, I didn't even. I said, what the
Period.
fuck are you doing
do your
here?
big one.
I wasn't
do
even
your
around
big
my
one,
phone.
girl.
How did she get up?
And I heard it and I was like, what?
That voice, right?
There we go.
You heard that damn voice, didn't you?
I said, I know you fucking lying.
I'm happy to talk about this stuff.
Well, first off, I asked who provoked or how was it provoked? How did any of us provoke any of them? What or not how did we provoke them? What provoked them to bring any of us up? You claim you weren't in the initial. Who got all that background noise?
It's me. It's my school. I apologize. Let me turn it down. Just give me a second.
The Minnesota Most of Us campaign shows that most kids want to be like
Ratina, log off.
There we go. I'm good now. I apologize.
You don't want to handle your school stuff instead of this?
I'm listening. I'm good to multitask. I don't
Okay,
like
so
the
my thing was,
run.
what provoked, like, what did any of us do to provoke that type of fucking behavior from your friends? See, let me tell you something. A lot of the shit that was happening with Shannon and her mods, that was personal shit between them. She knew who did it, yet she always claims they, right? And then you made that video, and then you proceeded to go in lives with them, sit in boxes with them, engage with the conversations that they were having when Ratina or Monster's attempts were brought up, because they were several times. You never once stopped it. You never once said, and clearly you and Monster have a history on here. Like, y'all have seen each other before all this. So, like,
Yeah.
you couldn't
Yeah.
even be like, bro, that's not what happened, or bro, let's not speak on her attempt, or nothing. Instead, you followed the yellow brick road right down to that conversation and had it with them. Now, here's my thing. I'm going to tell you something. This is a gas station live. I don't block. Everybody's welcome. Not everybody's going to be comfortable. Understandable, understandable. Like, if I went into your live, I probably wouldn't be comfortable, right? But here's my thing. Monster's over here. Y'all got history somewhere along this app. You know that Monster B over here. This is
From back in
Monster's
the
safe place, right? I'm not saying nothing other than Monster has every right to come at you the way that she does because of your guys' history. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I
I've
still want to
never.
know my initial question, because I ramble. I'm a rambler. But I just want to know my initial question. What provoked your people and you as well, because you did too. You partook in those conversations. What made you in your mind think that it was okay? Like, what made you think that, like, what justified it for you?
Personally, that video. Now I want. Yeah, that's old me.
Right, not just the video though, the lives as well. I mean, you said you're going to school for mental
I'm
health.
going to school for
people.
addiction.
That it all falls under the same thing. It all
Yeah.
correlates. Mental health, addiction, stuff like that. So I'm asking, because if you're going to be a counselor or whatever, how are you going to counsel people when you know what I'm saying? You joined in on conversations with things like this.
So first off, I want to say I'm completely sorry for joining in on those conversations. I don't know if I said anything like adding to the conversation, but I'm not going to dismiss that I was potentially in those lives. In that time, basically, so the MWSB days, the shitty days that Monster and I met, there was a drinking problem, and it continued and it continued and continued until about September. And I went into treatment. I can even show you. I literally am in sober living right now.
Listen, that's your business. Congratulations.
But then I want, yes, because I do have a lot of apologies to make, and a lot of rebuilding to attempt to do. I know that I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, right? I know that. And I know that I did a lot of people wrong and a lot of things. When I came back to the app after treatment, I was sorely mistaken that my drinking was the only problem. And then, a month or so ago, when I left the app, I realized that there was a deeper issue. There was a deeper issue that I needed to get a hold of. And unfortunately, because I don't want to come across like I'm making excuses, because there is no excuse. Unfortunately, I continue to remain extremely broken, even getting out of treatment. I didn't really put in a lot of effort into the mental health aspect of what led me there, because trust me, I wasn't just shitty on this app. I was a shitty human and morally corrupt. And that moral decorruption, the demoralization that happens, did not stopped drinking, unfortunately. I had to get to the bottom of the bigger issue.
So where does Monster and Retina's attempt mocking it and taunting it, where does that come into play? Like
that should have never ever happened.
You were in those conversations.
I'm sure I was. And that should have never ever happened. And I am wholeheartedly like, I am the things that I do on this app, trust me, I'm embarrassed about. That's again why I left for a while. However,
but then you came.
Unfortunately, it happened.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
But then you came back and you started going after Shannon, right? Yeah. Sassy Shannon, right? Yep. So the behavior continues. The person is just different on who you do it to.
Oh, I'll do it to Shannon because she placed a false jacket on me, and I will absolutely do it to Shannon every single solitary day. She put a false jacket on me for being a predator, which is inaccurate. The person I'm dating is 8 years older.
She's going to the same therapist as Mallory, okay? They put false jackets on fucking everybody. But my thing is like, there's a way for you to come on an app or in real life to call somebody out without doing the same behaviors as you did when you were in this dark place that you're speaking of. Again, I just want to know what justified it in your head. Because listen, girl, when I first started on this app, I promise you, I would be drunk as hell in my kitchen or drunk as hell at a fucking strip club, okay? You were in these conversations multiple times. When they spoke on and green screened Retina's charges, attempts, laughed, mocked, spoke on Monster, talked about her facial features, they spoke about how just a whole bunch of shit. You were in there.
I should have never been a part of that. And it's deeply
but I get that, but you were. Like, you should have never.
I know, I should have never. You're absolutely entirely correct. Absolutely.
I think the point is like you being a part of it. Also, you being a part of those topics of conversation and continuing it is not really being sorry for what you did. Being a part of those things and continuing to do it to other people is not really being sorry in the long run, because you're not. You got to take that and learn and grow from it. Because you got to understand, people on this fucking app is going to say shit. They're going to say shit about you. They're going to make up accusations about you. But really, if you're going to continue the same shit you did in that box, then how has that really changed behavior?
Just remember, I just told her this the other day. Like, we had a civil conversation, and I told her, "Listen, I'm gonna be watching you. And that don't mean like you don't owe me anything. So when I say I'm gonna be that just means for changed behavior."
And I get what you're saying about Shannon putting a false jacket on you, but what I'm saying is the repeated behaviors. How are you sorry if it's the repeated behaviors? There is a way that you can go at Shannon and putting it out where she lied on you, put a false jacket on you, get that word out that she does that to people. There's definitely a way to do that without repeating the same behaviors, meaning going on a live and just fucking talking down or belittling, or, you know what I'm saying? Show the proof. Don't just say it, because then it just becomes word of mouth.
Right.
And you have no credibility after, and you know that. You did that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can I say something, speaking from an addiction and mental health specialist?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that you need to be aware of in early recovery is that recovery isn't just abstaining from your rug of choice.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more to recovery than just abstaining from that rug of choice.
Yeah.
And the sooner that you grasp onto that and set healthy boundaries, and one of those healthy boundaries often applies to
people,
social
places,
media.
and things. People, places,
and
and things.
social media. And social media is like one of the places where a lot of people come in early recovery, and it's first place that you should be showing an example of that your recovery is something that you're taking serious and
Right.
showing that changed behavior.
Right.
Exactly, because I'm not gonna lie. When you came on and started talking about Shannon, I said, "Oh, same behaviors, different person." I'm good. I scrolled in and scrolled right out. Not gonna lie.
So that Bedazzle, I just told her the same thing from like the days of like Scam Slam and Boss Hog, and them like that's where you and I ran into each
Yeah.
other at.
And you know, when I talked to when I came back on the app and I very calmly stated what was going on, and mind you, I had left the app too, and then came back because I had heard these things about things being said about me for months, for that month that I was off. I had heard it from people. And I came back on and I very, very simply stated what happened. They came into that live and screamed at me and said a lot of things that were disgusting. And did I break character one single time? No.
It's not about breaking character. You got to think about that something different though. This app, you should be yourself. Fuck breaking a character. You shouldn't have to sit in a character for anybody to feel comfortable or whatever. Because to me, that's just you baited them to show their ass while you stayed cool, calm, and collective.
No,
I mean, let me ask you something, Hallie. Do you remember the DM you sent me after the Scam Slam conversation? Do you even remember that?
I don't.
Calling me certain things?
I don't.
All right.
I unfortunately, I came on this app in a very, very dark time, and I let those deep darkies in. And that's why my notifications.
So are you not in that dark place anymore?
No, that's why my notifications are off on.
Thank God for that. But so what was why'd you come back to the app and directly go right after Shannon Sassy?
I had listened to things being said about me for 3 weeks, and I stayed quiet about it because I knew that I was going to fly off the handle. And I said, okay, well, I am going to approach this and talk about this like when I'm ready. And I realized, you know, I got a diagnosis when I was off the app that helped me like understand and feel empowered in the sense of I'm not actually crazy. I just was there. It's a big thing. Anyway.
So you got screenshots and screens recording sent to you throughout this time?
Yeah.
So you still decided to come on the app and just word of mouth it instead of show it?
Then those people shouldn't be your friends, because if you were in recovery and they were worried about you on an app, that's not friends, babe. I hate to tell you, that's not friends.
Well, not only that, but again, you decided to come on here and do the word of mouth thing as you've been doing clearly for a long time on this app instead of just showing the proof and going.
The predator thing happened with me in the box. Her calling me a predator happened when I was in the box that night. People told me to go away, never come back. Then I got attacked on Bougie's side, and I was like, nope, I'm done. Like, I am done.
Like, I get that. Like, I get we're all guilty of coming on here and cussing a bitch out or cussing two bitches out, but we gonna stand on it, okay? We're not trying to change. Like, but the thing is, I think the entire point is that if you don't change it and you're just going off word of mouth, because I could get on here and tell Holly Mae all kinds of shit, but I ain't really doing shit. You got to show that shit if you're going to stand on it and come up in a live and say, okay, somebody's saying this about me. This is what's going on. There's a different approach about it. You hold that shit up and say, look, you hold that person accountable for that shit. Like, this is what you did.
when Dora came, let me tell you something. We were talking about this earlier. Dora came into a live where somebody she used to be friends with, don't sit with no more, was in a box. She didn't come up there and give me all this word of mouth. Didn't give none of us all this word of mouth. This what she did. This she came up and said, "Can I play something for you?" And played the proof. Again, listen. You know that I don't fuck with Sassy. We don't like Sassy over here. None of that shit. Right? Right. But we don't do the hate bonding shit over here, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the
I don't
times
want
I
that.
see a lot of you people from that side over there try to come over here and bash the person that you were just sitting with to try to see who's going to cling on to that. And I'm not going to lie, in your live, a lot of people were congratulating you in your comments, talking about how proud they were that you seen the light and all that. You ain't getting that from over here.
Not me.
Yeah, you ain't getting that from over here.
That's
Because
not.
what I saw was exactly how you jumped on the bandwagon to bash Monster, Retina, and us over here. You, instead of bashing us and talking shit about us, lying on us, bringing us into shit, you then were now talking about your friend that you just fell off with. And to me, that's very telling. Again, if you were sorry and you were very much trying to take full accountability and be self-aware, change and make positive changes, you would have came on with proof. Even regardless if people seen it and saw it or whatever, you would have brought a whole different approach to it. Instead, you came live with the intent of, I'm gonna blast this bitch, and whoever's gonna come in here, they're gonna hear me. They gave you the time of day. They did, which then made you feel comfortable enough to be in these lives over here on Bubbles, whoever else is live on this side, which again, this is the gas station live. You know what I'm saying? It is. But at the end of the day, Monster, Retina, they didn't deserve that shit.
No, they
You don't know that. You don't know Retina enough, clearly. And what you do know about Monster, like you know what I'm saying?
I know she gonna have a beautiful wedding. I know that.
She had a beautiful one.
Listen,
Here's the thing. Hold on, Cartel. Here's the thing. When I first started 5 years after I started my nursing career, I wanted to become a DV counselor, right? Like I wanted to be a counselor for DV, addiction, all the shit. But then I had to realize I can't be a DV counselor because it hits too close to home, right? So I wouldn't be a good person for that. I wouldn't be able to help somebody in that because it would put me too much into that state of mind, and I wouldn't give the best advice. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, listen, bitch, when you want to roll out, right?
Right, period. I feel that.
And I heard you in the live when you were live talking about Shannon, about how you're in mental health and you're going to school for mental health and all that. You know, you had to boost up what you're doing in life and how you're processing in life and progressing and all the things. But I feel like you're coming to the app very soon if you can't even answer what provoked your side to come at Retina and Monster specifically about their attempts. Mocking and taunting them. What provoked it? What justified it in your mind to jump in these boxes and go along with it?
I've been a follower, and I will take complete and total utter accountability on that. I am a follower.
They didn't force you to do it, Savage.
No, I'm not saying they forced me to. That's not it.
But that's what kind of like the following does. Like if somebody comes at a live and says, okay, well, you know, Monster shit. People go and you coming in behind them saying, yeah, she is just talking the same shit. It's really they didn't make you do it. You did that on your own out of your own choice.
I did. I'm just telling you, like, I'm taking full accountability for what it is. Yeah, and sure, you know, as Missy says down there, I am desperate to fit in. I was fucking bullied as shit in high school. And I was bullied as shit in life.
Yeah, you know what?
Someone told me that my dad died to get away from me in high school. That's how bullied I was and continue to be.
Listen, I think everybody in this live has I was bullied or I fought the bully.
We all have a story.
But I'm telling you, like, that's the thing. I'm telling you that I am taking full ownership that I have been a leader and I have been desperate to fit in.
Wait, a leader or a follower?
Or I mean a follower. I meant a follower.
That,
I meant
that,
a follower.
She kind of
My
answered
brain.
it for us.
that,
She said she
that
was
DM
miserable,
you
you
sent
all.
me, you called me a whole bunch of dirty
Oh, I'm sure I did.
racial names. And
I'm
told me
sure I
you
did.
didn't give a F about racism and all of that. And I don't keep shit like that in my phone. I was just like, wow, okay. It was showed on a live one time.
Did it to Marty too.
Wow.
You know what? Let me
I did things to Marty, and I told Karma in a live with a Queen of Southern Comfort that I would any day apologize to Marty when he comes back because that was wrong.
You know what? I just want to say one thing, and I'm going to jump down. You know, you shouldn't make amends until your actions are ready to replicate your true apology.
They are ready. And did I get
I
spiteful?
feel like
towards
you're
him?
listening to
I don't
respond
think
and not
so.
listening to listen.
Because
I'm listening.
You said you're taking classes on sociology, demographics.
That's exactly
and
why
all
I'm
of
jumping
that.
down, Holly Mae, because I feel like she's just listening to respond. And another thing I want to say is, are you in school to become a counselor in addiction?
Yeah, an addiction counselor.
Girl,
I
you
just
need to
started.
put a pause on that. Because how long have you been sober?
That would be 6 months.
Yeah.
Say
I don't know.
here.
I don't know who recommended that for you. I don't know who recommended that for you, but I have 14
Many
years
people.
and I waited for 10 years because I didn't know anything after 3 months, 6 months, a year, or even 2 years. So
Hold on,
I'm
wait a
sorry
minute.
for
You just
whoever recommended
contradicted
that.
the
That
fuck
was
out of yourself.
crazy.
What do you
Wait a
mean?
minute. You just contradicted the fuck out of yourself. This is not 6 months ago, Hallie. You said you were drunk and all this stuff. She just asked you a clear question.
I'm talking
and you answered
about
clearly.
No. What I'm saying is, when I first got on the app and I was a fucking horrible.
No, we don't care. I don't care about that.
That's when I was drunk.
Hold on.
Now, then I was having a mental health
Hold on.
problem.
I'm gonna take people down memory lane real quick. She used to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I did that because I was drunk." And then she said, "Oh my God, Monster attacked me and I'm on the spectrum and she attacked special needs." And then she blamed the spectrum. And now here we are. I can't even. Like, this
Wait a
is
minute.
not the.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Hallie, wait before you unmute, okay? Real shit. I wasn't around. I didn't know you back in your boss hog, let's giddy on up. I don't know you from those days. I don't think Retina knows you from those days. Okay?
I've been waiting my turn to speak, but I do know her from those days. I know her from when she stepped away from Boss Hog and needed protection, and she hung out with the same people I did. And then she moved over to more with the Wreck-It people, and I never said a fucking thing, which...
No. May.
Okay. Over there. And I have never talked shit about you.
Yeah, I left you alone until
now
you
wait a
said-
minute. Wait a
until you
minute,
said
though.
I
Wait a
was
minute.
the
When we
But this is the
started
thing is,
this-
I've been there. I've showed you Bly. I've showed the screenshots, and she's been in the box of all the different places I've seen her in, and I've been a part of. Never once have I ever said some fucking nasty ass shit about you, ever.
Same.
And then when I asked you the question that originally started why you were even in the box, you claimed it was because you were fucked up drunk and you had a problem. And you even went on a whole spiel on how you had to figure out that it was a deeper problem and now you're telling me that you've been sober for 6 months.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. What I don't do over here, okay, is bullshit, right?
I'm not bullshitting you.
That is straight bullshit, okay?
I
And
was
now,
talking about
that
when I
is straight
first
bullshit.
got on
You
the
straight
app.
up just
When I
fucking
first
bullshitted the
got on
shit.
the app. No, I did not. When
But
I
wait a
first got on
second.
the app,
Fucking attacked me for it in Bubbles Live.
I didn't attack you for
I
anything.
didn't say you. I said RT.
Hallie, you just said to the lady,
he loves
I don't
me.
think you're quite understanding. Like,
Because you gaslit her. That's what you did.
No, I didn't. RT
Listen,
loves
I'm going
me.
to tell you
RT
something
sees me
sensitive.
for who I
I'm going to
am.
tell you something sensitive.
My name is
I don't
Hallie.
know RT. Wait a minute. I don't know RT like that, but I know her enough to know. Listen, as quick as we can pick up on bullshit, she picks up on bullshit.
She's gonna too, and I can't wait, and that's what I'm counting on. I'm a mute.
RT has known me this entire time. RT was one of my first friends on here, and RT has still had my back because she sees my true heart. This is what I'm saying. When I first got on the app, and maybe I explained it wrong, but when I first got on this app, I was a drunk piece of shit until September, and I said until September. And then I went to treatment, and then when I left treatment, I got I thought I was better, right? Because I thought the addiction was the issue, but all in all, the real issue was mental health that I wasn't tackling.
Right, but when we first started this conversation, hun, you definitely said that you were fucked up or you were drunk or
Yes,
whatever.
you did.
You did.
Maybe I explained it wrong, but that's not
you
what I
didn't.
did.
You blatantly said, honey, I'm not sure who you are, but listening to this, you said to her that you were fucked up drunk and that you were, and then when she asked you regarding the whole 6 months spill, this I'm learning, Holly Mae, and from them, this didn't even happen 6 months ago. So
No, it didn't. That part didn't.
We're talking shit about cartels, color, and race and shit was not 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Like
That's
When
not
was
cool.
that?
That was like over a year ago when you were hanging with Scam Slam.
Yeah,
and
when I was
up in the
drinking.
box and said, I don't give a fuck about racism. And then you sent me a DM calling me a dirty, you know what?
Oh no, I'm talking about when she was in the boxes and shit with Megan and them in a country fried steak or whatever the fuck comment came out and
Oh, the
all that
chicken,
type
the
of
fried
shit. That was not
chicken?
6 months ago. That was not
I'm-
6 months ago.
The fried chicken.
Yeah, the fried
So
chicken.
I don't know what, but I wasn't intentionally trying to bullshit anything.
Oh, you definitely
I was-
bullshitted in here. So, I mean, is that all you got to say? Because you still didn't even answer the question on what provoked it.
There's no provocation. It never should have happened. It
No,
never
it
should
shouldn't.
have.
So I hope that you learn from your mistakes, and I hope the next time you jump on a live, hold your own live or whatever, you do it in a different way. Because regardless if I can't stand Sassy Shannon or not, the way you did her is the same exact way as you jumped on and tried to do people over here. It ain't right. It ain't working for you.
Like, Hallie, you're not understanding, like, these guys that you've attacked and what they're trying to say. I almost feel like the rest of them, you're not listening. You're just listening to respond so quickly because they're trying to get something through to you or ask you a genuine question, and you're not just being like, oh, well, you're not trying to hear them out. You're just instantly, oh, I was drunk. I was a drunk then. I was this then. That is the deflection from what they are asking you
But
directly.
let me say this.
Before too. This is like the third excuse.
Yeah, the spectrum was in the beginning.
A drunk mouth speaks a sober tongue. And I'm just going to say that. And,
Also,
and
too, listen. Also, like, yeah. I'm.
It's difficult to be like 8 on 1, and I'm trying.
It's not 8 on 1. Wait a minute, because there's people. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
5 on 1.
Regardless
So,
how
yeah,
many people are in the
I
boxes,
explain.
everybody. Hallie, not Barry. You keep trying to speak in circles until something makes sense, and it's not going to, especially when you said the 6 month part thing, right? Here's the thing. Nobody's attacking you in here. Not at all. Nobody's screaming at you. Nobody's yelling at you. Nobody's doing none of that. Okay. You definitely are listening to respond and not listening to listen. How are you going to counsel somebody if you won't even listen to the people around you right now in this moment? What I'm saying is your actions have not changed, regardless if I don't like Shannon or not. You coming on the way that you did, and then you said you didn't break character, so basically you were fucking baiting them to come in
No,
there
I
the way
wasn't
that they
baiting
did
them.
while you kept character. You know what I'm saying? You had the intention of, I don't fuck with them no more, so I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and people are gonna come over here from the other side, because that's what usually happens on this app, right? Which is why I gotta make it clear when I go into Bubbles' lives or I go into other people's lives, I gotta make it clear that, bro, I'm letting you know from me, I will never be like, yeah, okay, we're good. You don't fuck with them no more. Come sit over here. Never, ever will I ever. Okay. I do remember the Spectrum thing because they tried to say that. And I was like, wait a minute, what? My nephew's on the, and then it became a whole conversation about family members and stuff like that. Y'all motherfuckers weaponize mental health and then mock it in the same sentence. Period.
And
You're
let me
doing
just
the
say,
same shit. Even you here with your grins and shit like that. Bro,
I'm not grinning.
you are grinning. Oh my God.
No, I'm not.
Listen, you know what? I have a crystal ball in front of me and I'm rubbing it and I feel like you, Bougie, and all y'all will be friends next week. Don't trip. You guys are way too much the fuck alike.
I will not.
and
Okay.
just remember,
Burgers?
truth.
Is that, am I right?
What'd you say?
You have Asperger's?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you don't know the only reason I know that? Because you spoke on it about people speaking on you using it.
And just remember, true sobriety takes at least a year. It takes a lot. And I do see a lot of people saying she's saying sorry a lot. The first year I was sober, I said sorry a lot, guys. So I can't blame her for that. But I can say the things that you're doing is not healthy for you within the first year. The first year you shouldn't date. You shouldn't be on social media. You shouldn't. And that's not for me, neither here for me to say. I've been clean 14 years. But if I had to redo it, I would definitely live by that. And I did live by that. I didn't get on Facebook. Thankfully, we didn't have a whole lot of social media and all of that at the time whenever I was getting clean. But I didn't get on Facebook for the first year. I didn't date for the first year. There was a lot of things that I didn't do because it takes a lot of self-reflection and it takes a lot of seeing you for the jackass that you truly are. And I hate to say it like that, but in sobriety, we're completely different than we was on our rug of choice. So just know that, and just know that change behavior and extensive them seeing you in these situations over and over again is the only thing that's going to change these people's mind. So just know that.
And
I
that's
feel like you
that's
wouldn't
what I
go
told
back into
her.
the same position. Here's my thing. Just like a DV situation, addiction, toxicity, people can be addicted to chaos, believe it or not. You don't go into the same spaces that had you acting that way until you are fully ready if you ever go back into those same spaces.
So can I ask you
Like I told you the other night, if you really are, in recovery and taking all these classes, sociology, geography, and all of that, use your platform for good. Like, girl, use your platform to tell people what you've learned and tell people what.
But you got to actually learn it to tell somebody, because I'm the type of person to be like, wait a minute.
I mean, you're
what
right.
did you learn from it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't jump on and be like,
I read the advice that I gave her the other night. That's all I'm saying. But you ain't wrong. You're not wrong, Holly Mae.
I'm sorry I jumped back up here, but I had one more question. Holly Mae, you mentioned, or I'm sorry, Holly, not Barry, you mentioned that after you got sober, you realized that it wasn't just that, and you went back in and realized that it was a mental, what do you call, oh gosh.
Health disorder. It's
right.
Borderline personality disorder.
Okay, so then if that was your diagnosis.
And don't act like you, I can't.
I'm telling you it was undiagnosed, and I went and I'm
okay, so if it was undiagnosed and now it's diagnosed, then I would say it, I'm going to assume, but then that means you should be on some medications, correct?
I'm on the same medications I was before I got diagnosed. They haven't changed them yet.
Okay, that's a red flag to me, but I'm not your doctor. But if you're on the same medications, I guess that changed my whole.
I guess that would mean that they're not actually monitoring or trying to medicate the new diagnosis, because the second I was diagnosed with BP, I got on medication for it.
Well, I mean, obviously, if you're on the same medications, then it hasn't worked all this time, right?
Correct.
So you should be on different medications, and once you are, they take a long time to actually rewire the chemical imbalances in your brain. So, like, the fact that you're trying to, like, make all these hurdles when you're so early in recovery and do this amend tour and stuff like that, I'm sorry, it's just baffling to me.
Girl, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, my mom is an addict. To work the 12 steps, there's a step where you go and make apologies to make amends. You can't even come in the box and tell us what you're making an amends for other than, I'm sorry I'm sorry I was a follower. No, what did you do? Well, I
Right,
feel
a
like we're
part of
coddling a
that.
grown ass woman right now. Not gonna lie. And I don't do the coddling shit.
I don't want to be coddled. That's not what I'm
A
trying
part
to
of recovery
do.
is taking accountability. You can't come in here and say, okay, well, I'm sorry I was a follower and I sat in a box. No,
I should have
accountability
never
is
allowed
saying,
that.
hey, Monster, I'm really sorry that I treated you like shit. I fucked up. Hey, Monster, I said this about you, and I'm very sorry that I was even a part of that or said those things to you or about you.
Or
I have a
hey,
genuine
Cartel,
question.
like, I'm sorry I ever sent you that dirty ass DM
And I
and
have a
said the
question.
things that I did about, I don't give a F about racism. I don't, like,
And Hallie, I just want to ask you something. You say that, of course, that the things that you have done is due to your mental health. Let me ask you, how do you expect to counsel other people when you are going through it yourself? How do you expect to help someone else when the behaviors have not changed or they haven't changed at all? You're going through it yourself. So how do you want to apply that degree to help others when you haven't fully recovered or helped yourself yet?
That is still at least 2 years out. And meanwhile, I'm in DBT and individual therapy, and I definitely obviously need to be readjusted on medications. I'm not a bigot. I'm not a racist. So that is not who I am. You can ask anyone in my life that knows me. That is not who I am.
Well, that's the character you put out on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's the person that you were, though. You stated those things to Cartel and someone else, and when you say those things, that makes you.
Yeah, at that
Because
time.
none of that stuff comes natural. Nobody just allows something like that to flow out of their mouth if it's not natural, and then you don't feel that way.
Also,
Because I don't speak like that.
Also, if I must say, you could be anything on this app, and that's what you chose to be. You're right. You're probably not that way in real life because you probably fuck around and find out from somebody, your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's so many people on this app. They get on this app and all of a sudden they just let loose. Why? Because we're in boxes. Like I said to Boss Hog, the only thing that I will ever say to him is I challenge you to walk down the street, Gary, Indiana, and speak the way you speak online. Just do it. Just be on live and just walk online down
Girl,
the
Gary,
street and
Indiana
just say
ain't
what you
playing.
say. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you're right. You're not like that. When people say I'm not like that in real life, trust me, we are all sitting in the boxes in the chat saying, bitch, we know. We know. But you could choose to be anything on this app. And that's the type of person that you want to be on the app. Social media is a forever thing. Okay. Screen recordings, YouTube, all the things. Like the internet is forever. Okay. It is. And honestly, listen, you could take it as disrespectfully as you want. You're literally in here making more excuses than you are giving legit valid reasons of why you stood for and stood by and did and engaged in the shit that was done to Ratina and Monster.
So
I want to ask you something. Do you realize that it was hurtful? Like, the things you said and did were fucking hurtful to Monster, to me. Do you realize that? Like, you hurt people.
And hurt people, that saying hurt people, that's a fucking lie. Listen, I have been a hurt, broken bitch for a long time. I don't want to see nobody hurt the way that I hurt because I know how it feels. You said you were bullied in high school, yet you grew up and came on the internet and became one. How does that sound?
Like Mallory.
Yeah, I should.
What if one of these girls would have for real ended it?
I wouldn't. That would have destroyed me, and I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that, Monster. I shouldn't have talked shit. I shouldn't have talked about your suicide, schmuicide ideations. I shouldn't have talked about your attempts. Ratina, same as you. I should not have ever done any of that. Cartel, I'm deeply apologetic and so sorry for the messages that I sent you. I am embarrassed of the person that I was and have been. And I'm ashamed, and I will do anything to make it better. And
I'm gonna tell you.
I should have
Can I
never
tell you?
allowed that.
Can I tell you something? Listen, I don't know who you believe in, the higher power, but there is a higher power up there. And he has a way of humbling people. And the racist and bigot comments that you've made and you've walked around or scrolled around this app and did so freely, he's got a way to humble people. So I don't know if you have children, but if you do, or if you will in the future, you will become a grandparent one day. And when you become that grandparent, God is going to humble you through that, which means you might have biracial grandkids. You know what I'm saying? And God don't put them in your life for you to treat them like shit. Oh no.
Even a parent, Holly Mae, even a parent.
Well, yeah, even a parent. Your child could fall in love with a different race. You know what I'm saying? It happened to my aunt.
Yeah, I hope that. I wouldn't think any differently.
No, you would love that baby or love that boyfriend or husband of your child as if he was family, right? Or
But
as
just
if you were
imagine how you
family.
would feel if somebody talked about it like you did about, you know what I mean, about their color, about their skin color. How would you feel in those situations?
How would you feel if your child? How would you feel if your or how would you feel if you fell in love with somebody from a different race, whether they be Chinese, Black, Mexican, fucking, I don't know, I can't think of it, but if Indian, you know what I'm saying? How would you feel if you fell in love with that person and you guys are out to dinner one day and all of a sudden you guys get dirty looks and they start talking shit and you hear them mumbling and your guy or girl, whoever you're with at that time, starts tearing up a little bit but not crying because they don't want to show you that they're sad, but you can see the tears, they're fighting back. How would you feel?
I would,
because you know what? It's gonna smack you in the face when the person that's saying the shit turns around and they look just like you.
And I understand, Hallie, that you say that it was because you're drunk. That's no excuse for racism.
No,
not at all. Not at all.
No, it's not an excuse. No,
and I see pride flags in your name, and I noticed that coming from a person, a part of the LGBT community, it's hard for us to get acceptance. You know how hard it is for us to be accepted in situations where people are judging because you are with the same sex or situations like that. So calling another person out of their name or out of their race is definitely no excuse to, oh, well, I was drunk. I was a drunk. I lived that life. That's still no excuse.
Absolutely not.
And I understand that, coming from you, you're just responding to it without actually hearing others out saying, okay, you said this is fucked up. This is real fucked up. You're only taking accountability for half of the shit. You're not even taking the full accountability and saying, hey, you know what, Cartel? I'm very sorry that I was racist towards you. I'm very sorry that I made racial comments to you. It's the accountability part. You have to list a part of recovery. I was an alcoholic. I've been clean for 3 years. And let me tell you, a part of that accountability is saying, you know what? I'm very sorry to the person for everything that I've done. And you list those things when you are taking accountability. Because when you just come up and say, hey, I'm sorry that I was a leader and I just sat with these people and I talked shit, that's not fully taking accountability of the things that you've done to others. Because there are so many people in here that you have done shit to, or saying, hey, Ratina, I'm sorry that I talked shit about you. I'm sorry that I said this about you. Then Ratina's going to know that it's genuinely coming from you and it coming from a genuine place in your heart that you're saying, hey, I fucked up and I'm here to take accountability.
Jen wants to know, somebody asked her if she talked to her therapist about these actions.
No, because I've been really embarrassed about it.
So then you're not ready to take accountability.
I can only remember the 6, guys. I remember step 8 is when we make the amends. So y'all have to forgive me. I got step 6. It's been 14 years, but I know step 8 is when we make the
I'm like,
amends.
girl, finish counting them steps. I need
But
to know.
she hasn't taken these steps. That's what I'm sitting here thinking in my head. Like, baby, it's one step at a time. It's one step at a time. And I feel like you're jumping to all these steps. There are 12 of them for a reason.
Yes.
And I know as a recovering addict, you want to rush through them. I know you do. I get it. I've been there. I get it. But it don't work like that, baby. It does not work like that.
Not at
It
all.
don't. We destroyed a lot in our addiction, and it takes a lot.
Yeah,
to
what are all
repair
the
it.
steps? They said, can you tell us the steps, Hallie?
We admitted that we were powerless over our addiction and that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, we turned our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. 4, we made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, we admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we are entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, sorry, I get hung up. Shit. 7, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to go back through them.
Well, you're
And they're not
working the program right now, right?
I don't have a sponsor and I haven't worked the steps.
Hey, I can tell you I will work the steps.
Okay, so I wanted to have it really clear. I don't. Hold on. Cartel, or not? Hold on 1 second. Hallie, I met you over in the other girls' live because you was Holmes Girls with Beth, right? Were you sober then?
Not when when I started being friends with Beth, no.
No. Me. You.
When I met
I
you?
met you.
Very newly, yeah.
You were just then sober?
Yeah, I was just getting out of treatment when I met you. And I was in treatment for 45 days.
But didn't you say you were friends with Beth because you were worried about her messing with your sobriety?
He modded for her.
I know this. I know this.
Yeah.
Not Beth with the husband Devin. That.
Oh yeah. That's how I met her.
The N-word.
Because she said that So she said that she couldn't be, that she was staying friends with her because she was worried about her sobriety, this, that, and the other. But either way, I heard you when I was in the chat say that you got jumped in that live. That's absolutely not true.
No,
I've
not
never
that
jumped
live.
anybody.
Not that live.
But when you talk
That's
all
not
your
the live I'm
shit,
talking about.
since you're in so many different boxes, causing so much drama, can you be more specific?
I was talking about a month ago when.
So when Bougie quit being friends with you, because I quit talking to Bougie the night that they all started body shaming Bubbles, because I don't body shame people. Anybody can tell you that knows me, even if they don't like me. That's probably why I quit talking to them. Either A, they body shame, B, they're racist, C, I saw something I didn't like. But so that's when you bounced. So you okayed all of that stuff. But here's my biggest thing. When you came back from your little vacation and all your friends were sending you all this stuff and you were hearing about you were being called a predator, you capitalized on the fact that your LGBTQ community saying how California has got all these crimes against them. Now, my daughter is a lesbian, and trying to get sympathy after I hear that you're a racist piece of shit. I don't care. Sober, not sober, anybody. If my friend walked up to me drunk as a skunk and said something like that, I'd pop them in their jaw so fast they would have found out a long time ago that I wasn't okay with that.
That was my point.
I've been screaming this all by myself this whole motherfucking time. I'm so glad that I'm not the only one that knows.
No, that's
well, Monster, you know how I am. I'm very honest.
Slap. For real.
I'm just not okay with that.
Tired Nurse makes a valid point. How are you in sober living with no sponsor?
I don't have to have a sponsor.
That's why I was asking her about the steps, you guys, because some of the stuff she was saying just wasn't making sense. And usually in sober living, now correct me because it's been 14 years, but in sober living, they go by the steps.
California is different. They'll give
so see
that they're an addict a place to live.
Okay.
Go through all the steps and that stuff. They just kind of have to make it look like it. And I'm not dogging any of it. I'm just the mother of 2 kids, of 2 addicted men. So I deal with what you guys, the addiction
You
does
have the harder
to the
part.
innocence. That's where I get passionate. So when you sit here and you're blaming all this shit on your addiction, I'm calling bullshit. Grow the fuck up and stop it. Because since the day I met you, Miss Not Halle Berry, you've been, I'm sorry, I'm holding myself accountable, I'm this, I'm that, and I was nothing but kind to you that first night, and you are absolutely putting a disgrace to people that are truly trying to get sober, truly working the fucking programs, truly changing their fucking life, and people on the fucking spectrum. I'm just done, dude. You make me want to just go hug my dogs even more. I'm out. I appreciate you guys letting me talk.
I was in Bubbles Live saying, yo, people in recovery are mad at this. Like, are you kidding
You're making a
me?
fucking
This
mockery
is
of it.
crazy.
You're working the system.
I'm not working with it.
Okay, can I say something real quick? I mean, I can tell you all the rest of the steps. In 2 weeks, I'll have 17 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Hallie, the first thing you need to do is get a sponsor. Tomorrow is too late.
Yep.
If you want to truly be in recovery, you work the steps, you work them one at a time with a sponsor.
Yeah.
I have sponsored hundreds of women. And, you know, I know maybe out in California they do things a little bit differently than they do here. I also, you know, but recovery is recovery. And you're not in recovery if you're not working the steps with a sponsor. What you are is you're abstaining.
Got to have accountability. That's what she's basically saying. We have to have that accountability partner.
And that's
I know
what
you think we're
sponsors
being
are.
mean. Yeah, I know you're thinking we're being mean as fuck to you right now. We're jumping you, but we're really just holding you accountable.
I don't feel like that necessarily.
And I'm just saying,
I've never, thank God, or thank whatever, like you said, if you believe in a higher power, I've never suffered from an addiction because my father was an addict. So I've always been frightened to death of substance. But
thank God.
I have worked with addicts. I have set them up with sponsors. So I agree with her. Like, that is the first thing you need to work on, like, immediately, tomorrow morning. Or if you got somebody you can call tonight. But
When you're
immediately.
fresh in addiction, you're not going to have accountability. That's what a sponsor's for. That sponsor's going to say, now, if you call that sponsor and say, hey, I'm feeling like I need to go grab a drink. And that sponsor is going to tell you, don't do that. You need to do this. They're going to hold you accountable for that. It's almost like having a workout partner. They're there to guide you. They're there to push you. They're there to hold you accountable.
Smack you upside the head with a dumbbell when you
right. They're there to say, look, don't fuck up. You ain't about to do this. Let's do this. They're there to hold you to that standard, and you're truly not going to be in recovery until you're ready to do every single step.
And also, the sponsor is that person you call at 3 a.m. when your head will not shut down.
Yep, because I promise you, baby, I never went through the steps. You know what I did? I cold turkey and suffered through that shit.
Yeah.
And that shit was
and
a
that's
bitch.
the thing right there. Watching my father do that, the cold turkey. If y'all ever heard the term kicking, like watching that shit as a child
Restless
scared
leg
me
syndrome is
the
real.
fuck to death. Like scared me. Like when I go to hospitals, I will refuse pain meds unless I've just come out of surgery and I am in so much pain that I'm like, yeah, give me some relief for the fucking moment. But to take home anything, no, I won't do it. I refuse.
Because, girl, trying to do it cold turkey, you can unalive from detoxing. And when I tell you the sweats, the pain, the everything that comes in your mind when it's running 500 miles a minute in the middle of the night because you're detoxing, it's a bitch. I never had that sponsor. I never did those 12 steps because I was bullheaded as fuck and said I can do this on my own. And I wish then I would have had a sponsor to say, don't you fuck up. Don't you go grab a drink. Because let me tell you how many drinks I grabbed just to get those sweats to go away. I did that. Sure did. And I took accountability for that.
Alcoholism is one of the worst. The fucking DTs is crazy.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
I've studied people. I've
I went through
studied it.
opioid
Okay.
addiction too, and,
So
and that never made me
I'm
feel
going to get,
alcoholism.
as we say in the program, I'm going to get back in the solution here. Hallie, do you go to meetings?
Not often.
What?
To baby, you've got to look. I know everybody thinks it's a waste of time, but as a recovered addict myself, I'll never look at another person and say it's a waste of time. What I will end with, and I won't say anything else, is remember one thing: everything that they're saying, you've got to have an accountability person. Coming off opioids, especially because I came off of just that cold turkey by myself. I didn't get a sponsor. And I had to backtrack 10 times. Okay. Don't ever be afraid to slide back. And just the last thing before I shut up is it takes 7 minutes. 7 minutes from the time you start about drinking, from the time you start thinking about getting, up there in the sky. It takes you 7 minutes to change your mind. If you don't go work out, if you don't go start schoolwork, if you don't go do something, call somebody, talk something, do something, in those 7 minutes, you are going to relapse. That's just all I'm going to say. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't think you can do it, because I know if I can do it, anybody can do it. I just feel like you have to take it serious. And these things that they're telling you is so important. It's so important. And the fact that your counselor didn't tell you this makes me want to just jerk them the fuck up. Sorry.
I just want to say, that I got to go to sleep for work. But listen, Hallie, genuinely, like sincerely, I hope you nothing but the best in your sobriety, your mental health, all that. I 100% think that you are a bullshitter. I 100% feel that you came up here with more excuses than actually taking sincere accountability. We had to tell you, and we tried to tell you several different times in several different ways on what you did wrong. And when you're taking accountability, nobody should have to tell you what you did wrong. You should know, because when I have to tell you what's wrong, then that means that you don't think that you were wrong in those moments when you said that or when you didn't say that. This is why you don't really hear me saying sorry to certain people for certain things, because you know what I'm saying? In my head, for me, I wasn't wrong. But irregardless, this live, like I said, it's the gas station. It is what it is. But it's a common place, not a safe place. So, I mean, you enter at your discretion. Like I said, this is Monster safe place. So, like, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say something, Holly Mae. I agree with everything that you just said. I hope that you heal, but the fuck away from me.
Yes, ma'am.
And the last thing I'm going to say is, you may think meetings are a waste of time. So did I for quite some time. I found out over the years, in 2 weeks, 17 years, they're not. Meetings are where you find a sponsor. Meetings are where you hear the stories of others that have done probably way worse shit than you have. And it's where you will find support of people who want to be sober. It's where you learn how to have sober fun. It's where, with these people, and even if the only thing you do is go to a meeting once a week to get a sponsor, it's worth it. And the only way you're going to be able to work those steps correctly is with a sponsor.
Yeah.
If you're serious about it, if you're not, you know, that's cool too. That's your journey. But
yeah, no, I definitely don't. I think I just sorry. I think I kind of get worried about going to in-person meetings, but I need to just bite the bullet and do it.
You need to go tell them in person the things that you have done on the app and off the app. In order for you to be self-aware, called out from somebody, your therapist, so that way you could take actual accountability. Because what you're doing tonight, contradicting as hell. Spicy, thank you so much for coming up here, and congratulations.
Being uncomfortable is the way you become comfortable in your own shit, honestly.
All right, I'm getting off. Good night, everyone.
All right, good night, Holly. Good night, everyone.
Stay out of people's DMs, Missy, you dumb bitch. Good night.
I already know what it means. I can't with you. Good night, y'all.
Thank you, Dora.
Yeah, thank you, girl. I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to come up and be a part of your life.